The world told me I was completely finished at 22 years old, bankrupt, betrayed by people I trusted, sitting alone in a cold train seat with nothing but a cardboard suitcase and a dream that everyone said was already dead and buried. I am Walt Disney, and I want to tell you something that took me an entire lifetime to truly understand. The magic was never in the movies. The magic was never in the castle or the fireworks. The magic was always inside me, burning quietly like a candle that refused to go out. And that same magic is inside you too, waiting patiently for you to remember it exists. Most people believe imagination belongs only to children. They think dreaming is something you outgrow, like short pants or training wheels. But I discovered the opposite truth through years of living. Imagination does not fade with age. It deepens. It becomes richer, wiser, more patient. The dreams of youth are wild and scattered like leaves in the wind. The dreams of later years are focused and full of quiet power. When I was young, I chased applause like a hungry man chases bread. I wanted the world to see me, to celebrate me, to tell me I mattered, to prove my existence meant something. But as the years passed and seasons changed around me, something shifted deep inside my chest. I stopped needing the world to validate my vision. I started trusting the quiet voice within that whispered softly, "Keep going, keep creating, keep believing," even when no one else does. That voice never shouted or demanded attention. It whispered gently. And I learned slowly that whispers carry more truth than all the noise in the world combined. You see, imagination is not about escaping reality or running from your problems. It is about reshaping reality from the inside out. When you imagine something beautiful, you are not hiding from life. You are planting a seed in the fertile soil of what could be. And seeds do not grow overnight, no matter how desperately you wish they would. They grow slowly, faithfully, one gentle sunrise at a time. This is why patience and imagination must always be partners, walking hand in hand. You cannot rush a garden into blooming before its season. You cannot rush a dream into being before its time. Both require deep trust in timing you cannot control. I failed more times than most people ever try. My first studio went completely bankrupt and left me with nothing but debts. My most beloved character was stolen from me by business partners. I had trusted with my future. I was told repeatedly that no audience would ever sit through a feature-length cartoon. I was told that building a theme park was pure financial suicide. That would destroy everything. Every single time, the world handed me a perfectly reasonable reason to quit and go home. And every single time, standing in the ashes of another failure, I made a simple choice. I chose to believe in what I could not yet see with my eyes. That is the secret I want to share with you today. The secret that carried me through every dark and lonely night. Belief is not about certainty. Belief is about continuing forward when certainty is nowhere to be found. It is about waking up each morning and tending your inner garden with gentle care, even when no flowers have bloomed yet, especially when no flowers have bloomed yet. Because faith is not rewarded only at the finish line. When everyone finally cheers, faith is the reward itself. Every single day you choose to keep walking forward. As I grew older and watched my hair turn gray in the mirror, I understood something profound about the inner child we all carry within us. The inner child is not naive or foolish as some believe. The inner child is honest in ways adults have long forgotten how to be. Children look at the world with fresh, wondering eyes and ask with genuine curiosity, what if this were possible? Adults look at the same world with tired, skeptical eyes and say immediately, that will never work. Do not waste your precious time. Somewhere between childhood and maturity, we learn to doubt ourselves before we even begin trying. We silence our own imagination because we have grown terribly afraid of disappointment. But I ask you gently today, what is truly more disappointing in the end? To dream boldly and stumble along the way? Or to never dream at all and wonder forever what might have been? I would rather carry a bruised dream in my arms than walk through life with an empty, cautious heart. I would rather fail while reaching for something beautiful than succeed at hiding from everything meaningful. The human soul was not designed merely for safety and comfort. The soul was designed for wonder and discovery. Let me tell you honestly about discipline, because imagination without discipline is just idle wishing. A wish floats in the air for a brief moment and then disappears, like morning fog and sunshine. A dream is very different. A dream is planted firmly in the ground and watered daily with consistent effort. I worked long hours throughout my life, not because I was driven by ego or hunger for fame, but because I was deeply devoted to the vision growing inside me. Devotion is very different from obsession, though many confuse them. Obsession drains your energy until you are empty inside. Devotion fills you with purpose until you overflow with meaning. When you are devoted to something truly meaningful, the work itself becomes a form of peaceful rest. I also learned through experience that environment matters more deeply than most people realize. The spaces we inhabit shape the thoughts we think and the dreams we dare to dream. I surrounded myself deliberately with beauty, with order, with constant reminders of possibility and wonder. Not because I was trying to escape ugliness, but because I was cultivating an atmosphere where imagination could breathe freely. You can do this too in your own life. Your home, your daily rituals, the words you speak to yourself when you look in the mirror. All of these shape your inner world powerfully. Choose them carefully and intentionally. They matter far more than most people ever realize. Joy was never a luxury in my life, something extra to enjoy only when times were easy. Joy was a discipline I practiced deliberately every single day. I cultivated it with intention. I protected it fiercely against cynicism and despair. Even in seasons of hardship when money was scarce, I looked for small moments of light wherever I could find them. A child laughing at a cartoon I created, a flower blooming in an unexpected corner, the simple warmth of morning coffee before the world grew loud. These tiny joys are not distractions from real life. They are real life in its purest form. Everything else is merely noise. Some people told me I was not being realistic about the world. They said that word as if it were a weapon. Realistic. But I noticed something important about people who worship endlessly at the altar of realism. They often stop hoping for anything better. They often stop trying to create anything new. They trade wonder for safety and call this sad exchange wisdom. I call it quiet surrender. True realism includes imagination as a partner. A realistic person acknowledges limitations honestly, but refuses to be imprisoned by them forever. A realistic person sees the world as it is, and still believes it can become something more beautiful. That is not foolishness. That is courage dressed in humble, quiet clothes. As the years accumulated, I cared less about what I built, and more about what I passed on. Legacy is not about monuments made of stone. Legacy is about the seeds you plant carefully in other hearts. Every story I told was an invitation. Every character I created was a doorway standing open. I wanted people to walk through those doorways and find something precious inside themselves they had forgotten. You are never too old to accept that invitation. You are never too far along the road to turn toward wonder once more. The imagination does not retire when your body grows tired. It simply waits with patience for you to call upon it again. I think about the people watching this now. Perhaps you're in your 60s and feeling your best years are behind you. Perhaps your 70s. Perhaps life has taught you to expect less, want less, dream less. Perhaps you buried your imagination under years of responsibility, loss, and quiet resignation. I understand completely. Life is heavy sometimes. Dreams feel like luxuries you cannot afford. But I am here to tell you, as someone who walked through fire and came out still, believing your imagination is not gone. It is only sleeping. And it can wake up any morning you choose. All it needs is your permission. All it needs is your gentle attention once more. Start small. You do not need to build a castle. You only need one moment of wonder. One moment of asking, what if? One moment of believing your story is not finished, because it is not finished. As long as you are breathing, the next chapter waits to be written. I never created magic from nothing. I only remembered it was there all along. I remembered that life is not merely a problem to be solved, but a mystery to be lived fully. I remembered the heart knows truths the mind cannot explain. Close your eyes for a moment. Remember a dream you once held dear. Do not judge it. Hold it gently, the way you would hold a sleeping child. That dream is still alive, inside you, waiting all these years for you to visit again. You are not too old. You are not too late. You are exactly where you need to be, standing at the edge of something beautiful. If only you believe one more time. That is the real magic. Just you, your imagination, and the quiet courage to dream again. I am Walt Disney, and I believe in you.